Hello, good morning. This is going to be the first video I'm posting this year on my channel, and I want to talk about smashing your goals in 2025. Um, for the record, most people have this habit of saying, "This is my New Year resolution. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to start doing this." People have a list of things they want to do. They have a lot of, "I should do this. I should do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that," but they never really do it. Come to think of it, if we ever put to use half of the things that we said we were going to do um, during that whole New Year resolution stuff, it means that we must have improved ourselves by at least 50%. Let's assume you've been doing it for the past 4 years or 5 years or whatsoever. Or, worst case scenario, maybe even 3%. But most people don't ever do what they have on their New Year list. Most people all most people always wake up every day and then all what they do is, "I had my New Year resolution, I'm going to do this." And guess what? By the end of January, nobody talks about New Year resolution anymore. Everybody moves out and they continues with life as if nothing ever happened. So in 2025, if you want to smash your goals, if you want to have it done, if you want to execute all of those things that you have in your to-do list, well, you better stop doing like the Nigerian government, because they'll have this huge project and they are never going to complete it. Pick the simplest task that you can complete right now and make sure you execute it and then you deliver it. And if you've done that, the success you've achieved from that simple task will motivate you to do the next and the next and the next. Now, if you want to smash your goals in 2025, there are a lot of habits you need to also consider. If you do not have it already, or if you have it already, you can improve more on it. If you do not have some of it already, you can try to get it. And if you are to throw away some of it, you just throw away some of it. The first thing is, do away with the habit of feeling that you are entitled, or that someone owes you anything. Nobody owes you nothing. We do not owe you. You are not entitled to another person's money. Your father's money is not your money. Your brother's money is not your money. Your money, your business, your life, and your way. So, if you have that mentality that everything you are doing is all about you, then you'll be forced to improve yourself one day at a time. And you should also do away with the mentality that someone is coming to save you. You are in this alone. Nobody, absolutely nobody is coming to save you. You are in this alone. You are in this deep mess alone. Nobody's coming to save you. And if you are one of those people that feel, "Oh, maybe when I'm broke, when I need money, I'm going to call this person, I'm going to tell this person about my problems." We all have problems as adults, and we are not ready. Trust me, 90% of the people you tell your problems to are not interested in it. We are not interested because we all have our problems. We're dealing with one problem or the other. So we are not going to suspend ours to think about yours. So if you are here in 2025, if you got lucky enough to cross over to 2025, put it in your bucket list that this year I am not going to ask anybody for help. I do not have anybody who is going to help me. Now, when you have it at the back of your mind that nobody's coming to help you, you will be programmed to start believing more in your abilities. You'll be programmed to start seeing possibilities in where you probably used to see impossibilities before. You'll be programmed subconsciously to know that it is you against you and it is you coming to save you. So you're not going to have to be relying on anybody to come to save you. The next thing is our spending habit. Do what you can and leave what you can't. A lot of people that we know spent most of what they would have used in living in January. They spent it in December for their maybe 31st night, for the first, for the 25th, and whatsoever. They spent it chasing clouds. Most people just spent it trying to get validation from the people at the village. Nobody really cares, honestly. Nobody really cares whether you spend, whether you buy how many crates of drinks or whatsoever. Nobody really cares. So if you had made the mistake of spending lavishly, most of you spent the money you should have invested in January. And here you are in 2025. Is there still hope? Yes, there is. But what will you do? It means you have to work more than you should have worked in this January in order to cover up for the excesses you did in December, and for the lavish spending you did in December. So if you made that mistake, fine, I'm not judging you. You did it to maybe get the excitement, the euphoria that you are doing something, and like at least for the first time that you are buying something for your kinsmen. Now that's okay, okay. But now in 2025, you have to work for it. You have to pay for it. You have to put in the extra effort. You have to put in the extra hours. You have to put in more in order to cover up. So in 2025, if you are here and you want to smash your goals, do away with careless spending. And also, if you're a workaholic like me, you can always take some time out to come to maybe a place where you can relax, a place where you can exercise yourself and take your health seriously. I remember when I had my BP checked, my heart almost left my body because I didn't think my BP was going to skyrocket that high. And then I told myself, Ukobon, if you are going to live life normally, then you have to take proactive measures because I knew that I was at the verge of losing it. I knew that I was going to break down someday. I knew it within me that I was going to break down somewhere, somehow. I knew that what I was doing was bad for my health, but I had no option. I had to hustle like nobody was coming to save me. Well, I do not blame myself for that. But I also take absolute responsibility of my health this year. I mean, from when I did my BP check, I decided I was going to take absolute responsibility. I decided I was going to be more responsible with my health. And I decided I was going to be more positive about life and rest and all of that. So I decided to exercise more, rest more, and then also work more. So I decided to learn how to strike a balance. I read a lot of books on how to balance work life and all of that. So if you also find yourself in this kind of maybe situation where you're working too much, where you have to do so much at a time, then you can learn how to strike a balance. When you strike a balance, that will help. And in 2025, this goes to the guys. Most of you spend so much on women. Most of you spend so much on women. And if you're spending so much on women, I'm sorry, you never get them. If you if you spend so much of your time trying to chase women, the beautiful ones are not yet born. By the time you chase this one and you get to this level, yeah, you see another one and you're like, this is so beautiful. I'm going for this. There's this insatiable urge to get beautiful women, and it is never enough. So you just have to wipe your head of that nonsense and then fix your mind, fix your head towards the goal. Be goal driven. Be goal driven. Put your head and say, this year, if I had 20 girlfriends, I'm going to have just one or maybe two. I don't know. I'm not the one to decide. But all I'm saying is, stop spending your money on women. You are only lavishing what you should have invested in your future. It is better you quit. Yes, you quit. Most of you do alcohol. So just leave alcohol alone, leave fermented drinks alone, and live your life. Um, until I see you in the next video, I'm going to do a more explicit video on how to smash your 2025 goals. This is just me trying to remind you that there's something that needs to be done. And if we put it to ourselves that we are going to do this, we are going to do that, or maybe you say, I should do this. People never do their shoulds, people do their musts. Just tell yourself, today is the day I must do this. So when you tell yourself you must, definitely you start doing it. You have your mind fixed on the fact that you have to do this. This is what you have to do to achieve the satisfaction that you're looking for. So just go ahead and do it. Well, I personally do not do New Year resolutions. Yes, you heard me right. I don't do New Year resolutions. I simply have my goals. I simply have my 5-year goal, my 10-year goal, and my 30 years goal and all of that. So for me, a long time ago, I told myself that in 6 years, I should be able to own a business of my own. And in 6 years, I was able to do that. I told myself also that in 10 years, I've not yet gone there, that I should be able to maybe establish something bigger, at least have more companies registered to my name, maybe one or two registered to my name. Well, I've succeeded in building one, which is my media firm right now, and I've succeeded in employing people. Now, I'm not saying I've done so much. Yes, it's still a growing business, but I have witnessed significant growth over the years. This did not just start overnight. I did not do it overnight. I started it over the years. So you too can do it. As a young person living in Nigeria, you need to understand that the odds are against you. So if you need to succeed in this economy and in this climb, you have to do more than your contemporaries out there. You have to do more than your mates out there. So decide within you that you are going to be that person that is going to be different. And please take Yahoo off your mind. Until I see you in the next video, bye bye. Let me go get fit.